A little bit of house cleaning for the Dolphins as their trade of Adam Shaheen to the Texans canceled. He did not pass his physical. So he is back. He is back on the Dolphins.
They lemon lawed his ass?
Lemon lawed his ass, dude. They sent his ass back.
Wow.
Yep.
Man.
So I don't know. That's a weird one. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's going to be awkward, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't remember any recent lemon laws other than that Marlins Padres deal from a few years back.
They're like,
hey, I think
man,
this guy's a torn rotator
he can't
cuff. Throw. But this is a big piece of news. The Sports Business Journal, they are reporting that Stephen Ross has taken the initial steps to notify the league that he ain't giving the team to Bruce Beal, that he is going to instead keep the team in the family and pass it on to his daughter, Jennifer Ross, who already does own a piece of the team. But they claim in this report, I don't know how much you believe it, Leroy, because it is, you would say the timing is suspicious that something like this leaks. Ross's evolution on estate planning is not related to the recent tampering tanking investigation, sources said, with one source saying it predates the investigation entirely. But a lot of people are saying that this, because Bruce Beal does still need to get approved as an owner, that this whole tampering thing is a big blow to him. So it looks like our boy Brucey, he's out.
So who was behind the tampering? Bruce Beal was?
Yeah. Bruce Beal was apparently the direct line of communication to Tom Brady's people.
So it wasn't Stephen Ross.
He would report back to Stephen Ross. Old Brucey got a little too froggy.
Wait a minute. So is that a guy basically coming in and changing the furniture before the sale of the house?
No. Stephen Ross did want Tom Brady, but apparently Bruce Beal's like the guy who actually is friends with Brady or has a relationship directly with Brady, even with the Michigan connection to that with Steve Ross. I mean, Steve Ross is 90 almost, so it's I can understand why he may not be as close, but no, the Brucey was the one who was dealing with Brady's people or Brady directly, and then reporting to Stephen Ross, and he blew it. So now all of a sudden it leaks. Oh, yeah, Stephen Ross has been planning to keep it in the family the whole time. Sure, dude. Sure he has been. Just conveniently leaks the week that they both get suspended or a week after they both get suspended. If I was Stephen Ross, I'd be pissed that Bruce Beal didn't know how to tamper correctly.
I mean, well, and you can't be mad. Remember, he flew out to San Francisco looking for a new coach. And you had a coach.
Got his plane caught, yeah.
I knew Bruce Beal and and Brady had, he knew his people. I knew that much of it because they're basically the same age. No, really. But I didn't know that he played that big a role in all things Brady.
Oh, yeah.
So I would guess.
Are you saying Bruce Beal is the same age as Tom Brady?
Isn't he?
I don't think that's the case. No, I think he's older.
He should be isn't he like around 45, 50?
No, dude, I think he's a lot older than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. My bad.
I think he's a wine and cheese kind of Brady's friend. Like, Tom, would you like to go to the golf course?
Yeah.
That kind of a Tom Brady friend.
Okay. All right. So but here's the crazy thing is that maybe they had a conversation, right? And he says, "Hey, Bruce, be careful. I've already gone down this path. You want to be very careful how you go about these things because you don't want it coming back to haunt us." And he went at it all willy-nilly in here. Now, question, who was meeting who on the boat? Was that Bruce Beal meeting Brady on the boat, or was it the owner?
That I don't know the direct
See what I'm
answer
saying?
to that,
Because
but
it seems like
I know they were trying to. Well, I remember that when that was in 2019, they were trying to have that be Brian Flores. I don't know whose boat it
right, but
was.
who met on the boat? Was it Stephen Ross or was it Bruce Beal?
Well, look, hold on. I don't want to make it seem like Stephen Ross is innocent in this.
No,
He
I'm not.
he
I'm
definitely
not.
is trying to
No,
tamper. He definitely was trying to
I'm not.
tamper too.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But he got 6 games, and Bruce Beal got a year. And nobody knew who Bruce Beal was until he got a year.
I'm surprised that Stephen Ross didn't use Bruce Beal as the fall guy. My name has been cleared. It was this wacko Bruce.
Hey, was that not vindicated?
I am so glad the league has come to the conclusion I did nothing wrong.
Hey, identical. What movie is that from? Come on. Y'all don't know what movie that's from?
Oh my God.
My cousin Vinny.
That's right.
Identical.
Yeah. Sports Business Journal says suspended owner Stephen Ross is taking the steps to notify the league of his successor is changing from limited partner Bruce Beal to his daughter Jennifer Ross. Such a move would keep the franchise in the family after his death, as he now wants, but it would forestall the awkward step of Bruce Beal seeking approval to ascend to controlling owner after being punished for tampering. Ross circulated a draft document with the league at some point in the past few months, sources said. The process had not actually been completed. It's not clear if it will be, but regardless, where the process stands, multiple sources say that Ross has told NFL executives his desire to pass the team on to his children. Ross and Beal jointly declined to comment. Let's see. On August,
gonna be hard. Gonna be hard to comment from football jail. Right?
On August 2nd, both Ross and Beal were suspended and fined for tampering. For violations.
Doesn't that seem like the not quite owner yet getting froggy?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's like, hey,
wasn't
Ross.
It like who's the part owner? Was that in Golden State where he got banned because he was acting a fool?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. From the bench.
Yeah. You're right. And we like, oh, he's an owner?
That happened down here with the Heat too. They had that guy who had like a little piece of the Heat, and he was talking bleep. I think about something with LeBron. I got to get the exact. I'll look that up during the break. But that happened with the Heat too, where you had this minority owner who was like yapping about the Heat, like he could speak on things all organization. In 2016, the league approved a plan to give Beal the first right to buy the Dolphins in the event of a Ross death or sale, but owners would have to vote again to make him the controlling owner. Insiders say tampering investigation would have made a material change to that step. Jennifer Ross already has ownership stake in the team. So this leaks conveniently after everything that goes down. I'm sure it's been going on for months.
So he didn't say Bruce Beal was a fall guy. But when you look at the punishment and you look at what transpired afterwards, clearly Bruce Beal played a bigger role in this than Stephen Ross.
Yeah, because I think he's banned for the year. I don't think he's banned
for a year, and we didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
How's that happen? They go, Stephen Ross suspended 6 games, and Bruce Beal, like who?
Brucey.
Suspended for a year. So he got 11 more games than the owner. So something was up there that we don't know about. Like he must have had a more integral role in the pursuit of Tom Brady than we know.
Had to have. Tyson Fury, Leroy, he is doubled down on his retirement. He's now decided, after teasing this week a comeback, he is now putting out on Twitter, massive thanks to everyone who had input on my career over the years. After a long, hard conversation, I've finally decided to walk away on my 34th birthday. I say bon voyage. And then thanks a bunch of people like his trainers and his promoters and all that type of stuff. So there you go. Tyson Fury retired again. I said 6 days. Maybe he was shook. He heard the Andy Ruiz call out. Didn't want none.
They throw enough money at it, he would be unretired.
I agree.
He might need 6 or 7 months to get under 400 pounds, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, speaking of fake retirements, Tom Brady. I want to say this up front, okay? I see that he's taken away some time from the team for personal reasons. He's going to come back after the second preseason game. So I do hope everything's okay. Now, the reports are nothing wrong health-wise with him nor his family. This is a pre-planned thing to find more balance of life and work, which certainly just describes Tom Brady to a T.
Like, the whole story sounds nothing like the person who's involved in the story, right?
Right. So you'll excuse me.
You ain't buying it?
If I'm a little skeptical that Tom Brady decided, a lot of reporters here this week for this whole Dolphins, Bucks joint practice. You know, the team that I was flirting with and trying to get to and openly tampering with. Really don't want to answer questions about that. So isn't it interesting that all of a sudden Tom Brady has to go away because now after 23 years of football, now is the time Tom Brady has decided to find balance between life and football, which, by the way, he could have done in retirement. So I once again sit here behind this microphone asking, when does this man answer for his crimes? When is he put in the spotlight to answer for his crimes? This man tampered just like the Dolphins did. Nothing happened to him. His stool pigeon agent got out there like a snitch and rolled over on the Dolphins so they would be completely immune of all punishment. And where's Tom Brady? Oh, sorry, guys. I got to take a leave of absence for personal reasons. I got to play a little bocce ball with my kids. Are you kidding me? This guy, he was rats off a ship. He did one practice. He looked Tua right in the eyes, acted like a phony, and said, oh, Tua, how's your golf game? A lot better that you didn't try and take my job, you weasel. And then he decided, you know what? I'm not going to practice the next practice and talk to reporters. I'll see you guys later. In fact, I'll see you a lot later. I'll wait for the smoke to clear a little bit. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh,
you snake. You rat. You've been a rat fink your entire career. You deflated footballs. You cheated up and down. You have hair plugs. And I'm sick of it.
Wait, what? That was just your own?
Well, yeah, okay, maybe that was a little bit too personal. But the point is, this guy comes out all of a sudden, doesn't want any of the smoke, answering for his responsibility of the whole tampering thing. Doesn't want to talk about how he was flirting when he was in New England. Doesn't want to talk about how he was trying to take Tua's gig. Doesn't want to talk about how he was trying to team up with Sean Payton because he didn't want Brian Flores to coach him because Brian Flores snubbed him. Didn't want to talk about any of that stuff. And instead, he's taking a little vacation, after just having an entire offseason and vacation. Now, I do want to point out, if something really is wrong with the Brady family and he does need time away, I apologize for all this.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm thinking it was more of that because his mom is sick.
But they say, trust me, I'd be a lot more hesitant to this. But I heard reports from Rappaport, it's not health.
But that's why they say it's not health, because they don't want you in this business.
Right.
They say it's a personal matter, because guess what?
It ain't
we had a guy with the Heat going through some stuff.
Yeah, but we don't know if it was health.
Oh, wait.
But you don't know what it was.
I know what it is.
And you can't pass judgment without knowing what it is.
First of all, I can pass judgment.
Of course you can, because you always do.
I can pass
You
judgment.
think my bad get you out of everything?
But I just want to point out,
Like it's like,
if something
I'm sorry,
actually
I
is
slammed
wrong,
your arm in the door.
if something is actually wrong, I apologize. However, I don't think anything's wrong.
Really? Now, we started this conversation off, and Vlad, I'm glad you're here, and it's not Show Pony Marcus, who
Or Marcos.
he's a hype man for Tobin. But here's the deal. We started this conversation off by saying this is so unlike Tom Brady.
Yeah.
When you say that, that means that something's got to be serious enough that a guy who does something so uncharacteristic of who he is does something, then you automatically have to say something's up.
You're right.
Something's wrong.
Something is up.
But you're not. You're just no. For
I don't think he wants to answer.
For the purposes of you being able to stand on your soapbox,
I don't think he wants to admit he's a weasel.
That's it.
It can go, Tobin, Leroy. It can go either way. Like he might not want to deal with the stress of everybody asking all these questions.
He does not want to deal with that.
He dealt with the
preseason game.
The flip.
Yeah, but he did it, and he got suspended 4 games. That was it. He's not. This is his last. To me, this is his last year. He's not trying to talk about this in his last season. He's not. He's not.
You want to talk about?
And we talk about Brady, Tobin and Leroy. Come on, we're talking about a guy who couldn't even stay retired after 40 days. Yeah. He was back in the NFL.
Because he wasn't retired. He was trying to leave to go to the Dolphins.
So, I mean, conspiracy. It's Friday. Conspiracy theory. I might slide with Tobin on this one.
Hey, so wait. Why did you make Friday the day of conspiracies?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Friday. It's a weekend. I like to go on the weekend.
You don't find
conspiracies.
What does that mean? I need to find balance between life. All of a sudden, you've come to this epiphany?
Why would he do that?
Why would he do that?
So Giselle doesn't give him balance in life? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I might have to side with Tobin on this one.
All right, like I'm not. Look, here's the difference between me and Tobin. Tobin would throw himself out there and then apologize when it's all said and done. I'm a little more hesitant, so I'm not in that situation. So if it means I'm late on the hot take, I can deal with that. But I have a harder time dealing with old loose lips over here, just deciding to just wing it. And then apologize afterwards.
But is it a wing it type of take though? Is he take?
I don't think it is. Listen. I've been. He could have. He's been around, and if he could have answered, but all of a sudden he's like, oh man, if I'm here for day 2 of joint practice, I'm not going to play the preseason game. I got to answer questions at some point. You have to. They'll request you, otherwise you get fined. And so he's like, you know what? Vacation. That's off a ship.
So like, what's wrong with the fine?
He goes. This is Ian Rapoport. He says on the Pat McAfee show, here's everything I understand about this. It was planned. No one is worried. He's fine. To my knowledge, it's not a medical emergency related to him or I believe to anyone close to him. I was told that everything is okay. The best description I got is it was important to find work-life balance. Sure, dude.
Now,
can I
just say this?
Sure, dude.
Can I just say this? That last comment makes it sound like you're talking about everybody in the league except Tom Brady.
the least balanced person in league
history. Right. We talk about a guy who just loves avocado everything.
Todd Bowles says he's going to be back sometime around Tennessee. He's going to deal with some personal things. This is something we talked about before training camp. Sure it was. We allotted this time because he wanted to get in and get some chemistry with the guys, go through 2 weeks of training camp, knowing he wasn't going to play the first 2 games.
Wait a minute. Guys, we're talking about Tom Brady. We're talking about an offensive line that's lost 3/5 of their starters. So we know Brady, he wants snaps. The man never missed snaps in New England in preseason.
Hates giving backups opportunities.
Yeah.
Hates it.
See, I got to do this, man. I got to do this. I got to.
Point for Tom.
I got to do it. He's convinced me. He convinced me. That was a valid argument. This was like some Camila Johnny Depp type of argument that he was doing right now.
I'm telling you, dude. Something's amiss.
Something is.
I'm not.
Come on,
Listen, I'm not on board, but I'm not just gonna definitively say you're wrong. Because it's easy to say it was planned.
Right.
They could have.
Well, why didn't they say it? Why
They
didn't
could have
say
had that
July then?
conversation on Tuesday.
That's just like them leaking this Bruce Beal report. Oh yeah, he's been working on the succession plan the whole time. Sure, dude. Okay.
Right.
If something is planned, why wouldn't they say it before
Yeah.
training camp? Like they would be like, "Hey, look,
Yeah,
Brady's not playing preseason one."
Now it just happens to come out every time all the Dolphins are in town, and Tua's being asked questions about it, and McDaniel's being asked questions about it, and who's there not to answer questions? Who's actually involved with it? Tom Brady, who all of a sudden needs to find balance, like he's a yoga instructor. Hell out of here.
Point
So you got him sitting crisscross applesauce.
That's right.
This is a guy who takes his trainer on vacation with him.
Tom Brady doing downward dog, except it's a new position called downward rat.
Oh man.
Hey,
Downward rat? What kind of position is that?
Dave South, you want to impress me? Send a picture of a downward rat.
Texture, send in a picture of your downward rat pose. What is a downward rat pose?
It's downward dog, except it's Tom Brady because he's a rat. He's a rat trying to manipulate everything behind the scenes. And once again, everybody gets off scot-free. Everybody gets punished except for Tom Brady.
Dave South says he accepts the challenge.
Wow. All right, we'll take.
Kind of want to see Tua play.
I did too, dude. I did too. Me too. Samesies. I'm a little surprised that McCoach is not playing him. A little surprised. I figured you want to get that vibe going, like hear him in the, they're doing it all practice, but wouldn't you want to do it in a game situation?
I would say that this situation is they have a plan. He's going to get the amount of reps they feel he needs during the preseason. So I'm not going to be that upset about it. But I would like to see him play.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I know they got
especially when you have an additional week after the last preseason game.
Yeah, I also just think that you're got this situation where McDaniel's calling plays for the first time in his career. He's going to be.
Well, he's going to do that regardless.
No, I understand, but like I think that rapport between the head coach and the quarterback has got to be a thing. I think it'd be nice to just kind of get it going in a little, just a couple plays in, get him out. Little series,
right.
A little sweetener. Now he's gonna what's he gonna do? Build a rapport with Skylar Thompson?
Who's that?
Third string quarterback.
In the fourth quarter, he will.
Well, maybe faster than that. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is going to play that much either. Could be the Skylar show tomorrow. He's got some goods. I've seen him. He can rip it a little bit. Why are you mocking? Why are you dismissing Skylar?
I'm not.
You know what they say about him? Skylar's the limit.
You gave him a point for that?
For how corny it is, I'm going to give him, because he laughed at his own joke, I'm going to give him a +1 for him only being the only person to like it.
Stop rewarding him.
I'm going to give him that, because he's going to give you at least 7 negatives right now coming. So just give him this point right now, because he'll return it back.
I'm telling you, dude. There's something about him. Just draft him.
If he walked behind you right now, you wouldn't know who it was.
Oh, I would know Skylar, dude. What are you talking about? What?
You're lying.
Oh, what do you do? Luke Skythrower? What are you talking about, dude? I would know him. Absolutely.
-1.
Told you get 1, but I knew you would give me right back. I knew you would give it right back.
Hey, it didn't even last a segment.
It didn't even last 2 minutes, B.
Not even 1.
We didn't even get a 2-minute drill.
I regret nothing.
I mean, come on, man.
Indian Rasa says if Leroy was in the studio, I think Tobin would have gotten slapped for that one.
Dude,
Can't rule it out.
Can I just say, we've been out and about in the world for a while, and if I haven't done it by then, it ain't happening. Because I got to tell you, we've had more moments
Mm-hmm.
in airports and casinos that probably warranted me going after him, and I haven't. Like when you skip through the arena with the churro.
Yeah, delicious. Texter or Game Boy writes -1 to Leroy for not knowing who Skylar is. Agreed.
-1.
Let me ask you.
What?
Vlad, did you know who Skylar was?
You guys don't know who Skylar is?
She a dancer at Tizzy's?
I mean, it is a little gender neutral. I gotta say.
Skylar Diggins?
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't know many male Skylars.
Nah, I don't know any.
But he could revolutionize the name in the game. You never know. You never know.
Yep. You feed the animals, they're gonna want more. That's
Lone
it.
Stars. Lone Star says that Skylar's had a good camp. He has. Lone Star's diehard Doll fan.
All right.
Let's hear a little bit from McCoachin. This is Mike McDaniel on Tua likely not playing tomorrow night.
I would be surprised if he didn't. That being said, I honestly try to take it day by day and not get ahead of myself, because there's, if you start thinking that way, then you can start creating reasons to fit what your agenda is. I understand the value of doing both things. There's tremendous value in not, preserving and going through that rep. But that's why I don't spend time that far out. It's in the immediate. But yeah, I'd be surprised if we didn't get some of that done before the regular season starts.
So he'll play, not this week, but at some point he believes that he'd be surprised if he didn't play. So there you go.
Yeah, he's not here. Tua's not in a position where he can sit out the whole camp.
He's not Aaron Rodgers, We're not gonna get crazy with it.
Let's see. Who are the quarterbacks that probably wouldn't play?
Well, obviously Brady, who wants balance it with life now.
Matthew Stafford.
Mahomes.
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan might play. He's in a new offense.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Russell Wilson's got to play. Patrick Mahomes he's in that. What about and I still can't figure out what the hell they're doing with Lamar Jackson.
I don't know, but Lamar Jackson doesn't have to play either.
Right. He doesn't have to play. Who else? Let's see.
Herbert doesn't have to play.
Oh, second year? You already?
Third year.
It's third year.
Third year? You already
Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I don't think
Joe Burrow. You can't after the injury that Joe Burrow had. No, you definitely putting kid gloves on him.
Yeah, you got to be safe with him.
You don't need Herbert's put up enough numbers in that offense. He doesn't have to play.
But yeah, this is with Tua. It's not only he's got the coach to get used to, he's got a lot of new weapons, got a new offensive line, he's got to do everything.
But I think this has been a decision based on how Tua has performed in camp.
I agree. He has had a really good camp.
Because that's why are we all shocked that Mac Jones didn't play?
I don't know what's going on
out of that
there,
camp.
Dude. I don't know what's going on with them over there,
right.
dude. I don't know what the hell's going on. They're all freaking out up there. I love it.
I mean, Daniel Jones need to play all the snaps.
Did he yesterday?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I was more focused on Better Call Saul last night. Got to be honest with you. But I did see those Malik Willis plays, and that dude is good. I mean, let me tell you something. Tannehill might want to get that resume ready.
No,
no wonder he didn't want to mentor him. He's already better than him.
His next job is going to be backup.
That guy, that preseason performance from Malik Willis is more memorable than Tannehill's entire Dolphins career.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
More razzle dazzle in 11 snaps than Tannehill's 7 years with the Dolphins.
I mean, he's just more athletic.
No, but he's so athletic, dude. I mean, he's so athletic. I mean, Tannehill was a former wide receiver, so you got to give him.
And he also
So,
was coached
hey,
by Adam Gase.
by the way, so was Noah Igbenogany.
You might want to go back there.
Well, I mean, he's playing DB probably because he couldn't catch.
I mean, he is running the same routes because he's chasing them a lot. So,
dude, man.
Sexy Sauce says that Scooby's trying to escape. Let him do what he does, J-Fig.
That is actually him looking outside. Yep. That's about it.
I just want to live in a life where there's no silly sauce in the morning.
And why do I have to wear these clothes? I'm a dog.
He
Well, you
likes
put clothes
it.
on your dog?
He
Oh,
loves
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
What? All the time.
Okay,
Different
look, he
outfits.
is a small animal. It's cold in here, usually, always.
He's
He
fur.
starts shaking.
Hey, he has nature gave him a sweater, J-Fig.
Okay, and he's still shaking, and I feel bad.
He's shaking
And
because you
if I
won't leave
take
him
off
alone.
And if I take off the clothes, he starts fighting me.
Get him a Tyler Hero snarl shirt.
Could be nothing.
Could be something. Back after this.